"Hey, freak! Shake it up, give us a show!" The words hit like a slap, echoing through the crowded diner as three smirking teens leaned over their booth, eyes locked on 14-year-old Mia. Her hands trembled on her milkshake, not from nerves alone, but from the cerebral palsy that made every movement a quiet battle. Tears welled in her eyes as she hunched in her wheelchair. The birthday treat she'd come for now tasting like ash. Why today? Why her? In that split second, the cozy diner felt like a cage, and Mia wondered if kindness was just a myth. The rain pattered against the fogged-up windows like a relentless drumbeat, turning the world outside into a blurry watercolor. But inside, the real storm was brewing. Mia Thompson had wheeled herself here alone, determined to celebrate her birthday despite her mom's double shift at the factory. At 14, she'd learned to find joy in small things. A vanilla milkshake with extra whipped cream, the way the neon open sign buzzed like a friendly hum. Cerebral palsy had shaped her life into a series of adaptations. The wheelchair that was both her freedom and her cage, the words that sometimes tangled on her tongue, the hands that shook when she reached for a spoon. But Mia was resilient. She dreamed of being an artist, sketching worlds where everyone moved the same. She'd settled into a booth near the back, her sketchbook open to a half-finished drawing of a motorcycle gang, tough on the outside, heroic within. The waitress, a kind woman named Rita with laugh lines etched deep, had slid the milkshake across the table just minutes ago. "Happy birthday, sweetie. Make a wish on those bubbles." Mia had smiled, her eyes sparkling. Thanks. "I wish for adventure." Rita chuckled and moved on, leaving Mia to savor the moment. But the peace shattered with those cruel jeers. The teens, high school jocks from the local team, judging by their Letterman jackets, were loud. The kind of boys who thrived on attention, fueled by energy drinks and unchecked, e.g. the leader, a lanky kid with a smirk that screamed entitlement, nudged his friends. His voice carried, slicing through the diner's hum. Mia's cheeks flushed hot. She tried to ignore them, stirring her milkshake, but they leaned closer. "Hey, Shaky, do a trick, make that spoon dance." One jeered, mimicking her tremor with exaggerated flails. Laughter erupted from the group, sharp and mocking. Another knocked her straw to the floor with a casual swipe. "Oops, pick it up, slowpoke. Entertain us." The diner fell quieter. Patrons glanced but looked away, uncomfortable, unwilling to get involved. Mia's heart pounded, a familiar ache blooming in her chest. Why me, she thought. I just wanted one good day. Tears pricked her eyes as she bent awkwardly to retrieve the straw, her hands fumbling. The bullies howled. Pathetic. Bet she can't even feed herself. An hour dragged by in agonizing slowness. Rita hovered once, murmuring, "You okay, hon?" But Mia nodded, not wanting to be a burden. The rain outside intensified, mirroring the storm inside her. She felt invisible, small, a girl defined by her differences rather than her dreams. The bullies' taunts faded to whispers, but the damage lingered, a weight on her shoulders. Mia closed her sketchbook, the motorcycle heroes now seeming like a silly fantasy. Maybe kindness is just a story, she whispered to herself. It's not real life. Then, the bell above the door jingled, not with the soft chime of a regular customer, but a deep resonant toll like thunder rolling in. The door swung wide, letting in a gust of damp air and the rumble of engines idling outside. In strode a group of 8 bikers, their leather jackets slick with rain, helmets tucked under arms adorned with tattoos and patches. They were the Ironhearts Motorcycle Club, a tight-knit crew known around town for charity rides and community cleanups. At their head was Jax Harlan, a towering man in his 40s with a salt and pepper beard, scars from old rides mapping his forearms, and eyes that held the quiet wisdom of someone who'd seen too much road and not enough mercy. The bikers shook off the rain like dogs, their boots thudding on the linoleum. Laughter boomed among them, stories of the day's ride. A near miss with a pothole, but it hushed as Jax's gaze swept the room. He spotted Mia first, her hunched shoulders and the faint tear tracks on her face. Then, the bullies are still snickering in their booth. Jax's jaw tightened, but there was no rage in it, only a steady resolve. "Hold up, brothers," he said, his voice a low gravel that commanded silence. The group followed his lead, forming a loose circle as he approached Mia's table. The bullies straightened, bravado cracking. Jax knelt beside her wheelchair, eye level, his massive frame somehow gentle. "Hey, kid," he said softly, ignoring the stares. "Name's Jax. Rough day?" Mia looked up, startled, her stutter catching. "Yeah. Beat birthday. They mocked me." Jax nodded. No pity in his eyes, just understanding. "Birthdays should be epic. What's your flavor, vanilla? Let me guess. You're an artist." He glanced at her sketchbook, a genuine smile breaking through. Mia blinked, surprised. "How'd you know?" Jax chuckled. "That doodle of a bike? Got the soul of a rider." Without fanfare, the bikers sprang into action. One, a woman named Lena with a braid down her back, fetched a fresh milkshake, extra whipped, on us, and placed it steady on the table. Another, a young guy called Spike, knelt to pick up the fallen straw, his hands rock solid as he handed it over. "No shakes here." "Miss, we've got your back." Jax turned to the bullies, his presence filling the space. "Like a wall. You boys think mocking? Someone's weak? Nah. Real weakness is tearing others down to feel big. Strength? It's lifting them up. Apologize, now!" The teens mumbled sorries, faces burning, and slunk out into the rain, the weight of the bikers' quiet authority chasing them. The diner transformed. The bikers pulled up chairs, surrounding Mia like a protective family. They shared stories. Jax's first ride after losing his leg in an accident. Lena's journey from foster care to finding her road family. Mia opened up, her words flowing easier amid the warmth. "I did draw to escape," she said. "Like heroes who see you." Jax grinned. "We see you." Mia, brave as hell. They wheeled her chair outside, showing off their bikes under the diner awning, chrome gleaming in the rain. Mia touched a handlebar, imagining the wind in her hair. For the first time that day, laughter bubbled from her freely. By evening, the Ironhearts escorted Mia home, engines purring like guardians. Her mom, exhausted but overjoyed, hugged Jax fiercely. "You gave her more than a ride, you gave her hope." Tears streamed down her face as Mia recounted the adventure, her sketchbook now filled with new drawings of leather-clad angels. Word spread like wildfire. The story of the bikers who turned a bully's cruelty into a kindness revolution hit local news, inspiring Mia to start an empathy club at school. Bullies, some even joined, learning that true toughness comes from compassion. The Ironhearts gained new members, their rides now including stops at schools for anti-bullying talks. And Mia? She found her adventure, not on the road, but in the hearts of strangers who chose kindness over indifference. In a world that can feel stormy and unkind, one group of rain-soaked bikers proved that help often arrives when you need it most. It's a reminder, be the hero in someone else's story. What's your act of kindness today?